So initially, like, when
gains a bunch of strength.
She just gets like really roided out and starts punching the wall. She beat the fuck out of me, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is 3 Hit Combo Podcast. My name is Matt. I'm here with Skyler and Andy. Tam is, I don't know, in some country.
You get the OGs today.
Yeah, he did his thing where we're like, hey, we're about to do a podcast. He's like, oh yeah, I'm in the other side of the world.
I'm in Illinois.
Yeah. Pre-pro, we did a joke about how he's on a card game mission trip. Trying to bring Magic the Gathering and UFS to third world countries.
What does UFS stand for?
Universal Fighting System. Yeah, it's just because like the whole.
That sounds like a game, like a computer program rather than a card game.
So basically, the whole card game is supposed to run like a. I don't know. Tam's not here. Fuck it. Who cares? No, it's supposed to run sort of like a fighting game where there's like punches and kicks and laser blasts and stuff depending on what character you're playing, and then those combo up and can be stronger as they combo up and.
All right.
Yeah, but then there's also the Magic the Gathering lands, which they call foundations.
Jeez, what a nerd.
Yeah.
I like Magic. I can't. There's no fucking way I can get into it, but I like it.
Yeah, I just love the artwork, man.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's good.
I've like seriously contemplated at like some game shops where they make like the like one of the really common cards like Plague Rats or something into like a 3D image because they have like 15 like stacked up and they carve out the images so it has like depth to it and the card's like
I haven't seen that. Thick. That's cool.
Yeah, I saw one that was going for like $45 and it looked so cool. It was actually Plague Rats and I was like, oh man, I don't even play Magic, but I want this. It looks so cool.
Dude, I don't like going into comic books / game shops because it fucking like awakens things in me and I'm like, I could spend a lot of fucking money here.
I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
No one could tell me no.
Yeah.
Give me your best Pokemon cards.
3 holographic Charizards.
I have a holographic Japanese Lapras.
Nice.
Oh, it's probably worth 50 cents.
Yeah, Japanese cards, a lot of people think they're worth more than they are, but the reason there was so much in the U.S. was because they overprinted them. And they just ended up spilling out into the U.S.
I think I traded a regular Lapras, like holographic Lapras, for the Japanese
You got a bum deal, my man.
I know, I probably did.
The French cards are where it's at. If you get a French Lapras, come talk to me.
Lapras.
I remember I had a holographic Articuno.
Ooh.
That was just scratched to shit.
Oh, yeah.
I got it that way, but I was like, I have a holographic Articuno.
My wife got rid of a bunch of my Pokemon cards.
With your permission?
Did you beat her?
No, it was when we were moving, and she's like, do we need like these binders and stuff? And I was like, I don't know, what's in them? And she's like, I don't know, I'm just going to put it in this box. And I was like, okay, cool. I will see that box later at our new domicile. Nope, that was a box for donations.
Oh, no!
I mean, I didn't have anything, like, stupid valuable in it. It wasn't, like, the original 151 or anything like that. It was just, like, Pokemon cards from, like, the first 3 generations or 4 generations and stuff. Like, just a hodgepodge of them. And, like, I think all in all, if I had to, like, give a rough guesstimate on, like, how much that entire collection was worth, I think it was, like, maybe $150.
Still $150.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I try not to think about it every day of my life.
I don't go to bed and stare at her while she's sleeping.
I try not to lose my shit and ruin my marriage over $150 from 2 years ago, and glare at her humming the Pokemon. I want to be the very best, and then hold the pillow overhead. I don't put it on. I just hold it.
She's like looking in the fridge. Skyler, where's my leftovers? Where's my Venusaur? Looks like we both took things from each other.
My first edition pincer, holographic. Where'd it go? Yeah. But how was your guys' week? This is weeks.
So my past 2 weeks have been filled with a gradual sprinkling of bad luck.
Oh, yeah?
So let's see. Last Thursday, the drain that our air conditioner drains into stopped draining. So I had to call a plumber for that, and that was expensive. And then...
Dude, I was a plumber in the knee. Like, you could have called me. I can snake a drain like nobody's business.
Do you have a snake?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Hit
now
me
I know.
up,
Now I
man.
know. Now I know. Now I know. And then Tuesday, this is all in one day
It's
of
like
this
it's like a
previous
4-foot
week.
Snake, so I don't know how like fully snaked you needed this piping.
I have no idea either. But and then Tuesday, this all happened in one failed thing. So back in May and Memorial Day, our basement flooded, like from a bunch of rain. So fix that all up. So come Tuesday, we had another rain, and the other side of the wall is
My
now
favorite
leaking.
day, come Tuesday.
I like that.
I love that band. They have a really good album.
I like Poop Fridays. But I patched the one side of the wall where the leak came from, and the other side of the wall started leaking. So that was cool. And then as I'm walking upstairs from looking at that leak, I'm like, wow, this house is really fucking hot. And I feel the air coming out, and our air conditioner stopped working. So, and this was the week of 100 degrees.
Yeah.
So, that was Tuesday. It stopped working. I call the AC people. They can't come out till Thursday. That's cool. We get home. Everything's going fine. The fans are on, so it's not too bad. And then did you guys lose power on Tuesday?
No.
We lost power for a good 4 hours.
Andy and I live in the same area, but
Yeah.
I think we're attached to the government housing, for their power grid. So I think we're pretty locked in.
Okay. And so we lost. It was like a downed power line from the main thing. What it ended up being. But anyways, we lost power, so the house went from 80 degrees to 86 in an hour. And then we just had to live through. The hottest the house got was 89 degrees before the AC turned back on.
Fuck that. I would have went to the library.
Thankfully, since our basement is below ground, it stayed decently cool.
As our basements.
Well, I mean,
Basements are want.
there's those basements that have they're the walkout type basements where
the half basement.
yeah, ours is fully underground. So it stayed pretty cool. But goddamn, dude, those 3 days fucking sucked.
Here's what you do: you get some copper piping, wire it through a fan, and put some ice water underneath for the copper piping to cool in, and you got yourself a homemade AC unit right there, my man.
When I was Googling stuff, I saw someone who put a shitload of ice in a plastic container, put a fan on top, and then cut a hole for the air to go out. And I was like, that's pretty fucking smart, actually. I wish I would have remembered that.
I definitely did that in my barracks, my essentially Navy dorm room when we were in dry dock. It was a foot wash tub, but I was just using it for ice. And then, I corrugated the sides with it and then just laid a box fan over top. So
Did it work pretty effectively?
yeah, it worked pretty well. Yeah,
Nice.
because you just need the inlet of air to go over the ice, and then the fan pulls all that cold air out of the tub. But
Nice. That's
then,
cool.
I had to mop up every hour or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, give a little,
Progress
take a little-
comes with
yeah.
progress comes with setbacks. How was your week, Skyler? That was just my
pretty
bad
good.
luck.
Yeah, I went to Colorado Springs last weekend.
What for?
We saw Steve Martin and Martin Short do stand-up comedy.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I forgot they were touring.
Cool.
Yeah,
How are those old guys?
They were in Omaha 8 or 9 months ago. But Erica got me tickets not to that show for our anniversary in November, but to this show.
Right.
So we went there. We stayed in a tiny home, which
Did you Airbnb?
Yeah.
Was it good? Because that's what we're doing when we go.
Yeah.
Good-
The
good experience?
tiny home was pretty good. I was fine living there for 3 days, but if it was for the rest of my life, I would hate it.
Oh, okay.
Because it was essentially in a situation where, if either one of us farted, it was about 6 seconds before the other one found out, regardless of where they were. That's just kind of how it's going to roll out. And that was if you didn't initially hear it. Also, there was no, I couldn't hide anywhere. Like sometimes, like I'll hide in like our extra bedroom. She doesn't listen to this podcast, so she'll never find out. But I'll hide in our extra bedroom to just like play games on my laptop without her just being like, "Hey, could you take the trash out? Could you do the dishes?" Like, because she'll just think like, "Oh, he's not in my field of view, so he's gone forever." She
It's
likes
like
object permanence.
It's like a T-Rex. If you don't move, she doesn't know you're there.
Yeah. So I kind of have my own little chill out zone, and you don't get that in a tiny home. It's pretty much the front door and the back door are about 6 inches away from each other, and you're in like 2 out of 3 of the rooms at once. But yeah, interesting thing happened. I went to a really fancy restaurant and decided.
What kind of cuisine was it?
Italian.
Italian, okay,
Yeah, it's
okay.
a nice Italian restaurant. And I went to the restroom, and it was one of those single shot restrooms, just the one person type of situation. But it had a urinal and a toilet on opposite walls. And I'm going there, walk in, and the door opens inward. Always a bad move for a bathroom. You always want your bathroom doors to open outward. I find.
I guess I've never experienced an inward opening bathroom door.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the way it usually is in, like...
Homes.
Yeah, in, like, houses. But, like, for public restrooms, usually you want that outward. So, like, you don't immediately see everything in the room all at once. Which I did. I opened the door, and there was a toddler, he's like maybe like 3 or 4, who was, I guess, jimmying his dick out, facing away from the toilet, and was turning towards it, and then thus towards the door while he was turning towards it. And then like a 70-year-old man who was accompanying this toddler, who I guess had helped him jimmy his dick out of his pants. I don't know. Could be a grandson-grandpa situation. Maybe it's their day out of diapers and they need to help each other. I don't know. But he also had his dick out and was walking towards the urinal, which I could also see. So it was kind of a fun little where I was dick-wise and where I will be dick-wise. And when I opened the door, the old man just goes like, "What?" Like, bro, you didn't lock the door. This is on you, my man.
It did have a lock?
It did.
Okay.
Yes, it was a one-person bathroom. I should hope so. But, like, I fucking opened the door, and, like, the Midwest kicks in, like, oh, sorry, folks. Oh. And then I close the door, and then I just walk out on the back patio and into the parking lot, and I'm just holding my hair, just like, I have to leave. So I text my wife while I'm standing out in the fucking parking lot, still about to piss my pants, like, "Hey, I'm going to be back in like 15 minutes. I'm walking to the corner to the gas station to go piss." Because like, I just couldn't be in that building, especially when they left. So that left the bathroom, because they'd be like, "Yes, officer, that's the man spying on mine and my grandson's dick."
But no, that is honestly on them that they didn't lock it.
For sure.
Yeah,
but, yeah, I don't know if it was like some sort of like sword play situation or like...
Well, maybe he was just helping him get situated before the old guy got situated.
That's the most reasonable thing I've come up with, instead of like I've stumbled across a pedophile in the act. It did seem like fairly defensive as I cracked the door to the bathroom open.
What?
Like... I didn't do anything wrong. What do you want from me? We live in a society with rules.
Oh, my God.
And, yeah, so that was one of the highlights, in addition to Steve Martin and Martin Short just being hilarious.
It was a good show then?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Does he bring out the banjo?
He does, yeah, for a solid, like, 15 minutes.
Damn.
He did, like, just kind of a solo kind of...
Does he still rock it pretty hard?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Damn, good.
But yeah, he was just like jamming out, and then he had his band come out for like another 5 or 10 minutes, and then afterwards they did some wrap up comedy and whatnot. But yeah, it was hilarious. Good stuff. Can't believe the guy's like fucking 73,
He's getting up. They're both getting up there.
Yeah. Martin Short's 69. Nice. That's the sex number.
420, 69 is the sex number?
Yeah, especially in Colorado. But yeah, and then we scooped up some edibles and got high as fuck and tried to play the game of life in our tiny home. And then we realized that we had to count up all our fucking money at the end of it. Like I don't know. Just call it a draw. We're just laughing our asses off. Yeah.
How's Erica under the influence?
So initially, like when
Gains a bunch of strength.
she just gets like really roided out and starts punching the wall. She beat the fuck out of me, guys. There's no battered men shelters.
They laugh at you.
But leading up to it, she was just like, man, like I don't want to get too high. I don't want to get too high because I don't get super uncomfortable. Blah blah blah. This and that. Like you're making me uncomfortable, and we're not even purchasing shit right now. Like I'm uncomfortable. And she's just like talking like I've been too high once, and like I was out in public with people I didn't really know that well, and I was just too high. And I'm like, well, we're gonna get moderately high in a closed environment with our significant other. So I hope that's a different scenario. And she was just like bugging out the whole time. And then once we finally like settled in, we tried watching The Office, and we're like, I don't know what's happening. I just keep laughing at weird times. Let's play a board game. And then the Game of Life came out.
Oh, you were joking about the Game of Life. I thought you were just talking about living together in that space.
Oh no, yeah, the time or
Where they counted up all their money at the end.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I almost said timeshare, but the tiny home we were living in.
I mean, honestly, when he was talking about counting up all their money, I thought he was like, "Well, what do we have left over from the trip?"
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Do we have enough for the gift shop?
Yeah.
They had a variety of board games. There was Monopoly,
That's cool.
which is always a relationship kind of
Dude, that's
rock starter. Scrabble, which come on, no, not when you're baked.
muffins.
I'm gonna challenge that. Fuck, what was I looking up again? Fuck. It's a word. I don't care, man.
Look at this meme.
You get 70 points. I don't know. And then there was Yahtzee, which we played a couple times, and then the Game of Life, which like holy shit, man, it is easy to get a fuckload of kids in the Game of Life. We were running that game. Erica got like a kid, just like one kid, and I was like stuffing my fifth or sixth kid just like on top of my other pegs into my stupid van. Just like we gotta get down the road. We're adopting some more. Oh god, it was
If Dad doesn't make it to work today, we're not eating, kids.
Yeah. I just gotta hit that payday. Yeah, thank God there's no budgeting in the Game of Life. Because 8 kids, oh my god. Yeah, well I got $10,000 for my payday because I'm a doctor. And 8,000 of that is going to the kids because Papa needs to eat.
What was the last statistic I saw? It's like 750,000 or something to raise a child from 0 to 18, or it's some exorbitant fucking number.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, it's like somewhere around like 800K or anywhere up to like if you're including like, hospital bills and everything uninsured, it's like something like 2.3 million in the U.S.
Oh, okay, here we go. U.S. average is 250,000.
250,000. Yeah, that can't be. That's. If you hope your kid's never going to have like an ear infection or jam a crayon up their nose.
Yeah. I swear to God, it's every goddamn time I go to the grocery store, I'm reminded why I will probably never have kids.
Yeah.
There's always kids screaming and running around and like pulling on each other's shirts. And I was telling my friend about this, and she's like, well, kids are how you raise them. I'm like, oh, am I going to have a kid that just never poops? Because I don't want to deal with that.
I know, dude.
And she's like, well, that's part of being a parent. I'm like, that's why I don't want to be a fucking parent.
Dude, I've heard about...
because of those shitty parts. The literal shitty parts.
I've heard about, like, diaper blowouts, and just that idea, I'm just like, nope.
Yeah.
It just explodes. Shit explodes out the side of a diaper.
I saw a game where these guys were playing cornhole, but they had the cornhole boards, the hole... It was like right over their...
I saw that. Yeah. I at least saw like an animated GIF of that.
Yeah, and they're throwing the bags, and if they make it in the hole, it hits the other dude right in the balls.
Oh my god.
That's a great game.
I was like, if I wanted to go sterile, I would love to play that game. Wait a minute, I do. Let's go.
That'd be a fun game, actually, to play in general.
Yeah.
My big thing about not wanting families also comes to the grocery store because I don't know why, but I like to go Well, I do know why I like to do this, but I like to go grocery shopping super late at night. But for some reason, even though it's like just the express lane that's open super late at night, there's always like some family there with like 14 kids, and they're doing their 3 months worth of shopping to restock their doomsday or some shit. And I'm like, motherfucker, go during the regular times. I'm here buying my groceries and like maybe like, you know, fucking 2 cases of strawberry quick and a pack of smokes, okay? So just fuck off with your 3 months worth of doomsday shelter bullshit.
I just don't have time during the day to go grocery shopping. I have to do it with my kids.
Specifically Walmart, it seems people like to bring their extended family to the grocery store.
Yeah, the fucking Matt Runge family reunion happens at goddamn Walmart. Like, come with me. We'll go grocery shopping.
Yeah, it's like the parents, one of the grandparents, like a cousin, couple kids.
I'm just here for the ride.
It's like, you can't possibly need this many people to shop.
Leave them in the fucking car.
Yeah. Put on Finding Nemo. I know you got it on DVD. You got that shitty DVD player. Just walk that shit.
In your Telestar van.
Yeah, keep the AC going on the fucking Ford Econoline. And then you go out there, you do your grocery shopping, and then you load it back up and leave.
I actually read something kind of interesting that, like, our generation is, like, one of the first generations that's very, like, anti-having kids. Because of, like, the world situation that's happening.
I think it's mostly a money situation, isn't it?
Well,
we don't have
money.
Any cash.
I mean, global warming's going to take us out eventually,
Yeah. It's like, man, it'd be really nice if I had a kid, but they're probably going to boil, their eyeballs are going to boil out of their fucking skull by the time they're 14. So.
Overpopulation.
Yeah.
Just, it's point. I don't even... You know what I like having? Doing whatever the fuck I want when I want.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
fantastic.
If I had a kid, like I don't even know where I'm gonna put it.
In your closet.
Yeah.
Like,
here's your little bedtime.
Weirdly enough, it's a very common question for me at work for people to ask if I have kids or do I plan on having kids, which is like oddly personal. But I usually respond with like, no, my wife and I like international vacations more than diapers, so that's kind of our bag. And then they get mad at me because it's like I'm affronting their choice on having kids. Like, hey, man,
dude.
You chose diapers over Denmark. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is a band name.
Diapers over Denmark.
Diapers over Denmark.
It's also the title of the episode. Let's go.
All right, Matt. How about your weeks?
Well, one of the major things that changed in the last couple of weeks, I had to tell you off the air.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you got a new job, selling yourself on the street.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yep.
I actually didn't know where you were going to go with that. I was like, please be a joke.
Besides that, I've been playing Mass Effect 3. I can't stop gambling.
Yeah.
Casino DLC coming out for Grand Theft Auto.
That was exactly how I am with Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yep.
I've lost so much money on those fucking slot machines.
Those slot machines are fun.
And I went too far. Not with gambling, but in a mission. They're like, hey, you know, if we do this mission, it's like the first step in like the end of the game. Are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, well, this can't really be the end. So I'm like, yeah, let's go do it. And so I go do this mission, and sure enough, it kind of forces me to the end of the game. So I loaded my old save because I still have a couple side missions to do.
Oh, good. I've been playing... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I've been playing a lot of Days Gone.
Oh, yeah?
That game is incredibly fun. Probably a lot more fun if it's one of those games that I think was made in mind for the PlayStation Pro. Mm-hmm. Because I was talking to my dad about it because he played it first and he has a Pro. And I was like, so does your PlayStation... I was like, did it bother you that all the loading screens happened before the cutscenes? And my dad's like, I didn't have any loading screens. And I was like, oh...
Gotta get that.
No, the 5 is so close.
Yeah, I actually had a conversation with Erica yesterday about this, but she's like talking about how like I play a lot of games and sometimes I don't like complete them all the way, or even like finish the story just because like I'll get bored partway through and jump to a different game. It's like fucking why not? And she said it like really bothered her that I did this because like the way she plays games really bothers me because she'll like play it to fucking completion. Like Matt, you've played Enter the Gungeon.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to play that game until she collects every item, every character, every fucking alternate.
Oh, she's got the completionist in her.
God, it's so fucking annoying because like if it's a game we're playing together, I can't get her to play a different game. We can't be like, hey, you want to play Gauntlet? That's a pretty fun co-op game. Like, no, Enter the Gungeon. It's the only game I'm playing. It's the only game she's been playing for the last, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years.
Jesus, that's a lot of games. She's got to be fucking good at it then, right?
Fairly good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still like way better than her, but like fairly good.
Right.
But like, it's just so frustrating because like I'll get like 2/3 of the way through a game. And I'm like, man, this control scheme's really like the missions are getting really repetitive. I'm not really like super into this anymore. And then I'll jump to a different game, take a break. So like now I'm playing Sunset Overdrive, which is a pretty fun little romp, and like missions are getting fairly repetitive, so I might jump to a different one here in a little bit. But like, fucking yeah, it takes a lot for a game to like really draw me in for the full amount. Like I think the last game to do that for me was like Marvel's Amazing Spider-Man.
The PlayStation 4 one?
Yeah.
That was a good fucking game.
Yeah, that one sucked me in all the way to the end.
That one all the way through the DLC, and then we had a brownout on the last DLC, and it like fucked my save. Like I had put like at least 3 hours into the game, and for some reason that was the last save the game would remember. And I was like, I'm not doing that again, and so I stopped.
Yeah. I really like playing through the New Game Plus, mainly because like on the hardest difficulty, so I get that sweet juicy plat. And yeah.
You can get the plat without doing that.
So it's one of the like additional things. I just wanted 100%.
Oh, okay.
But it was really fun playing through it again and like really committing to like just the main storyline because all you had to do was complete that.
Oh yeah.
And like following that whole through line of like the evolution of Doc Ock and how that happened.
Dude, that was
all that shit.
that game was good.
Writing, graphics, just voice acting, performances.
The swinging.
So good.
Yeah.
It's such a fun game. But anyway.
All right.
Matt, anything else with your week or
Nope.
okay.
Nope. All right.
Nope, not a dang.
How far are we in?
Almost half an hour.
Hey.
Hey.
I think we're caught up though.
I think we are too. Let's do some gaming news.
Ravioli.
No, fuck him.
Give me the gameioli.
He's not here.
This is gaming news on 3-hit combo. Ravioli.
Can we get a different drop, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Game delays, DLC, and more.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
This is gaming news.
Skyler?
Overwatch has a new way to cut down fights over team composition. They're finally adding roles.
See, I'm glad you're doing this article because I saw it and I didn't quite understand it. So I'm glad you're doing this article so I can understand what's going on with that.
Basically, what they're doing is you can queue up in a certain role. So you say, "Hey, I'm entering the queue and I want to play DPS." And if a group comes along that needs DPS, you fit into that role. Or you say, "Hey, I want to play healer," and a group comes along that needs a healer.
So it's kind of like a queue also. So you like queue up for healer, and then if a group is out there looking for a healer, then you get put into that. Oh,
and then
okay.
you are locked into a healer. You can't switch to then say a tank.
That's really weird. Like, I mean, imagine like you say like, "Hey, I want to play DPS," and then you go take a shit, make yourself a sandwich, maybe go balance your checkbook, and then you come back, and maybe you're going to be in a game, but it's going to finally take a really long time, and you're going to finally have to pick something other than fucking Hanzo, you piece of shit.
Oh, really quick, sorry. My other last bad luck thing that I just remembered, ordered a hard drive from Prime Day, got a surge protector instead.
What?
Yeah. It was some bullshit. So, and then when I did the sent the wrong item, give me the real item, the expected ship date is August 29th, but it got updated. It's sometime this coming week now, so thank God.
Whew.
Okay, sorry.
Blizzard is making us. Oh, by the way, the role select will be out September 1st.
Oh, wow, that's farther than I thought.
Blizzard is making a similar change when it comes to esports. It's the Overwatch League. Teams will be restricted to a 2-2-2 format, which means 2 damage, 2 tanks, 2 supports.
Oh, that's going to change things a lot.
Yeah, so right now the current meta, which everyone fucking hates, is goats, which is go all tank support.
Oh,
Which
shit.
is like 3 tanks, 3 supports. And basically the tanks have too much health and too much healing to like really die from anything.
Oh, so basically one healer per tank?
Yeah. And then the
Oh.
healers have enough healing power and enough meat in between you and them to ever really die themselves. So it's really, really shitty, and like pretty much the only thing to counter it is to also go goats. And then once it's goats v goats, it's just a really slow, just slam into each other as hard as you can until enough people die that you can win. And it's just a piece of shit because whoever goes goats first usually wins that first conflict, and they usually have enough momentum to push through until the end of the game. So
Interesting.
yeah, with this 2-2-2 format, it's going to be really cool because it'll go back to sort of the previous metas where like there was either like mobility heavy stuff or like stuff that was like more just kind of anchoring yourself and bunkering into one area if you're like on defense. And like it's going to be really interesting to see those old metas come back out.
Huh, that's
when it was-
cool.
yeah,
I
when it
didn't
was-
know about goats. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Goats is a piece of shit. It's really just kind of made the game not only not fun to play, but also not fun to watch. Because a lot of people are just like, well, I guess I gotta go fucking Reinhardt again. Great. And then you just get to see somebody like whacking people with a hammer. And like on the esports scene, it's just boring. It's just like it takes this fast-paced game and makes it just mindless carnage, which there's a place for that. But over and over again, it gets kind of boring.
Huh, all right.
PUBG does not need a backstory, but it's got one.
No way!
PUBG Corp, in preparation with PUBG Season 4, released a cinematic backstory trailer.
Is it actually like CG graphics, or is it like one of those cartoon drawing ones?
It's like CG
comic?
graphics.
Oh, okay, cool.
What's the reason for the Battle Royale? A young boy was the sole survivor of some sort of war on Erangel, so now he makes people fight to the death for his amusement. That's right, he's the Puppet Master. Flying contestants onto the island 100 at a time and watching from afar as they murder each other.
Nice.
I have not played that game in a very long
What's the
time.
kid's name?
He doesn't have a name.
All right. I'm going to give him a name right now.
The article calls him the
Trevor.
Puppet Master, but I don't know if
Mephisto.
that's specific.
Trevor.
I'm going to name him Devin, that asshole from Paintball.
You found me. I'm the Puppet Master of all this. My name is Devin.
There's also a kid named Trevin on his team, which was really confusing and annoying.
I always thought it'd be cool if they were to take Twisted Metal and make that into a battle royale.
Ho, 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 ho.
Yeah,
Ho, ho.
because like
Oh, ho, ho.
just literally use the Twisted Metal story,
Yeah.
the Twisted Metal
Oh.
combat.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
I mean, that was essentially what Twisted Metal
Yeah,
was.
just with like 8 cars, because I think that's all that it could handle.
No, yeah, because it's PS2.
But yeah,
That's
dude.
just over there creaming his jeans.
But yeah, dude. Oh, Sony should do that.
I mean, fuck, they made Dark of Mario Battle Royale, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got like that. Time Splitters would be really cool. You just like plug people from time.
Oh, dude.
Have some sort of battle royale level thing with that. Like, there's definitely some cool aspects for that. But yeah, you're 100% Matt. Right, Matt. You're 100% Matt, right?
Yep.
Cool. But it does not need a story. It's
Yeah, no.
I don't know why we're in this St. Elmo's fire or St. Elsewhere fucking snow globe fever dream of an autistic child PUBG massacre.
You want to add any more onto that description?
No, I think I threw in enough pop
You know
culture
what?
references that aren't really timed.
What
anymore.
also I don't understand about PUBG, like they'll have like 10 megabyte updates, 80 megabyte updates, but their updates are constantly in the gigs.
Uh-huh.
And when I'll log in after like a 5 gig update, I don't know anything different. What the fuck are they doing?
It's got to
Data
be.
mining.
I mean, God, it's got to be a bunch of
Maybe.
bug fixes. And the thing is, it's so full of bugs.
Like
You
really,
probably never ran into 'em.
5 gigs of bug fixes? That's bananas.
We're fixing the next 10,000 bugs that appeared one time.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of is like it's either bugs you haven't noticed or wouldn't notice, or like bugs that they've found on like a code level, and they're just like, well, fuck, this fucks with like 15 other fucking things, which then fuck with 30 other things.
Maybe that is, yeah, it's just like a cascading thing. If they fix this bug, then they have to change that and do that. All right. But yeah, it just blows my mind how big their fucking updates are all the time.
Yeah. Real
Like
headache.
Apex Legends, like if it does like a quick like bug fix, it's like 300 megabytes. It's not bad. But yeah, I don't know what's up with PUBGs.
A light version of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 will be heading to the Switch this summer. Bandai Namco will bring a light version of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 to the Switch, similar to the same free-to-play version on Xbox One and PS4. This glorified demo will include 5 story missions, the Hero Coliseum mode, a cut-down version of online battles, and the ability to transfer your save to the full version of the game. Light users will also be able to play with owners of the full game, which could be very useful for the Switch's ad hoc play.
So, like, don't do this, Nintendo. Don't become the beta of all the other consoles, please. You did it before. I've played Call of Duty on the Wii. It's unplayable. Don't do this again to me.
Well, this version's already out on Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're just bringing the RC Diet Riot version of this game to that Pepsi.
I keep waiting for DBZ Fighters to get like that's a good price point for me.
Yeah.
But when the full game will ever come out on these 3 consoles, I have no idea because the game is fucking massive.
Is it?
It's absolutely massive.
Huh.
Yeah, isn't it like something wild, like 35 gigs or something?
That's got to be more than that, I think.
Yeah, let's take a guess. All right, I'm going to use the PS4 as the reference for how big it is.
Well, the full game's not out on PS4.
Is the full game? Is there
The full
actually?
game is out on PC. We're talking about the light version that's already out on Xbox One and
So wait,
PS4, and now is coming to Switch.
The PC is a completed one.
The PC is the completed
Okay,
game.
all right, we'll use that then.
And how many crises do you think it is? If you had,
What's it called?
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse is spelled Xen Overs.
But yeah, that's one thing that's really sucking about the PS4 is I keep having to choose games that I want to delete that, like, my wife constantly harangues me about. Is like, you haven't even finished that game, and I'll just delete it just because.
Yeah.
Gotta get that next new hotness, man. I mean, I never finished Conan Exiles, but I don't know if that
Not
is
my cup of tea.
one. Yeah, it was super hilarious how big you could get boobs and dicks in that.
I do
my
remember the
God.
dicks.
Was that the game you could pay for extra dick?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you remember that?
I think
No.
it was a pay to dick. There was a pay to dick option that you could just really ramp that hog slider up to 11 out of a possible 5.
Yeah.
Just drag that
But there
motherfucker
was-
on the ground.
Yeah. The Xenoverse games, by the way, are very fun.
Oh yeah, no, they're a blast. I really don't want Nintendo to fall into that of just like, oh, we're gonna release some sort of small light version of a game when there's already a full game. Like, I can understand console-wise, it's probably not going to be viable, especially for the Switch, just because it's fairly limited.
On Steam, it says 12 gigs.
Really? There's like about 11 or 12 DLCs.
Oh, okay. Let me. All
Andy
DLC.
is our Tinker Soldier Spy over here.
Game
If I still had it
size.
downloaded, I would check, but I uninstalled it to make space.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot to include multiple playable characters.
Fun.
Oh, so it should just be called Dragon Ball Z
Xenoverse
Universe.
again.
Yeah, Xenoverse.
Confirmed that players will be able to control Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, and Vegeta in some capacity. Those 3 will be fully playable, but will also serve as supporting roles for Goku during campaign mode.
Great.
So, as of February 9th, 2018, this guy has all DLCs installed, and it's 13.2 gigs.
That's not unreasonable. It's still...
It's also a year and a half ago before
Yeah.
Brawly and
Yeah,
a couple
so-
other big expansions.
I wish I could find, like, an actual...
an actual count of...
Wait, does Steam tell you? No, Steam doesn't tell you size. No. All right.
All right. Andy's throwing in the towel.
Yeah.
What do we got next, man?
Borderlands 3 rules out crossplay being ready by launch.
Did they say there'd be crossplay?
There's
Definitely going to be crossplay.
All
Gearbox
right.
says they're still committed to crossplay, but it will not be available at launch.
Cool. I'm really excited for that.
Borderlands is one of those games, like, I was really into the first one. I was fairly into the second one. The pre-sequel came out, and I was like, okay, cool.
I tried playing the pre-sequel. It's okay. It's just it feels to me like generic Borderlands.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know. It's hard to recreate the stuff that I very much enjoyed about Borderlands without it just being, like, the exact same game. Because then once it's the exact same game, it's like, I already own this game. I don't need this game again.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see if Borderlands 3 brings some new heat.
Some of the reviews they said it feels like Borderlands 1. Like gameplay wise, just a lot more like motions and stuff, but gunplay feels like 1.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm excited. I think that's going to be one of the ones where it's just going to be kind of a wait and see.
I'm not picking it up right away because I've already dedicated my life to Doom when that comes out.
Well, I mean, I keep saying like wait and see on games, and it's kept me from getting like Fallout 76. Hey, dodge that bullet. I was like,
the moment they said online multiplayer, I was like, nope, nope.
I was thinking about it. I was like, well, maybe there's an offline option. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, and it did not go well.
2 people at my work were pumped for Anthem, and they like got it like release night midnight. And I was like, a couple months ago, I was like, hey, you guys still playing Anthem? I'm like, no, we just sold it.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go trainer battles are getting an overhaul. Pokemon Go has actually already received the overhaul, so launch your games and get the update. A new update from Niantic's support account showed a short trailer detailing some updates for Go's trainer battles. Instead of continuously tapping your finger, charge attacks will be getting changed to rhythmic swiping. Now some honest-to-God skill will be involved.
All right.
Nice.
Cool.
I wonder if it's... have you guys seen anything about the new Harry Potter?
Camilla.
Harry Potter Go?
Camilla plays it.
Yeah, so they have a similar thing where, like, your attacks or special moves or, like, catching abilities or whatever, there's a shape you need to trace, and depending on how close you can trace that shape is how effective it is.
Nice.
And I wonder if that's going to be how they use it for, like...
I wonder if they're just gonna swap back and forth, like the Pokemon team will get like a good idea, and then like, oh, we'll throw that into Harry Potter world, and the teams just go back and forth. I mean, that's probably the best of both worlds.
If any franchise disappeared off the face of the earth, I would be fine with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fun watching
I'm tired.
It's fun watching Harry Potter fans turn on J.K. Rowling because of J.K. Rowling.
Yeah,
it's a blast watching it.
She's both the greatest ally and enemy of Harry Potter.
Oh my god, it was so funny watching. Like, one of my coworkers is a hardcore Harry Potter fan, Camilla is, and it's just fun watching them just watching them seethe in like the toxic poison.
Oh man. Hey, make sure you tell Camilla this when you go home. So we can never be friends again. Not you and me, but me and her.
Oh, okay.
But I have read every Harry Potter book and then half of the last one, and then I never finished it. Never finished the last book, so so long, Camilla. Hey, it was nice knowing you.
Oh, she'd probably be like, good.
One of the things is Harry Potter fans like need to read different books, because every time there's like something in the news, there's a bunch of people like, they're like Voldemort.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys have been saying this for 12 years. Read a different fucking book.
Get a different series. Yeah, it can be a little much, especially like, I don't know. I just don't get how vibrant, like, why that's still a thing so hard.
And then people be like, what house are you? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Suburban?
Hufflepuff Puff Pass, man.
I'm I don't know, ranch style.
Yeah.
2-story ranch style suburban home. 2-car garage. What house are you?
A condo?
I'm in a studio.
A condominium?
Anyway.
My bathroom is in my kitchen.
Banjo-Kazooie composer doubtful of new sequel possibility.
Did they They made like an Xbox One Banjo-Kazooie, right?
Nuts and bolts.
Was that nuts and bolts?
Was that just it? It wasn't like a full-on new
No.
Banjo-Kazooie.
No.
Was it Rare that made it?
Yeah.
Well, it was the
shell of Rare.
Microsoft
The
Rare.
shell
it was
of
the
Rare.
strung up rare corpse that Microsoft was puppeteering. Yeah. Because they had that trailer release in like, I don't know, 2010 maybe? 2009?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was like really cool looking trailer, and then Nuts and Bolts came out, and it was just like, great. I'm playing Hot Wheels. Cool.
N64, well, I mean, yeah, N64 Rare. Or that time, that was the best Rare.
That was their heyday.
Yeah. It was just revolutionary for like what a console could do and be with like limited properties.
I remember being blown away by the N64 graphics, and I had the PlayStation 1, and I was just like, this is fucking amazing. Yeah.
Huh.
Like, I know PlayStation 1 looked like a lot of their games kind of went for more realism-ish, but like, I guess the cartoony and the colors and everything that the 64 could do, I was like, damn, this is pretty.
Yeah.
So Grant Kirkhope, who composed the soundtrack for 1998's Banjo-Kazooie and 2000 sequel Banjo-Tooie.
He's also the voice of the Skull guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also the remasters for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Doesn't know whether developer Rare or Microsoft will see the market appeal. He says, my honest opinion is I don't know if there will ever be a new Banjo. It's easy to go look at these numbers, but it might be a drop in the ocean for Xbox. Is there a market for it? I just don't know. I would think Rare probably doesn't have the appetite for it. They're super busy with Sea of Thieves, and that's such a gigantic game. It's going to take a whole studio to keep making content for that.
Well, there you go. We're all going to get Sea of Thieves then.
I guess they put out like the anniversary edition, and I guess it's really good.
Really?
Yeah, it like breathes like a lot of new life into the game.
Oh, better, because I played it when it came out, and it fucking blew. Like, ooh, I'm on the ocean. Oh, there's a guy. Let's shoot at each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I died. I'm on the beach.
So,
now I'm in the ocean.
In the game, when you're on a ship, do you have to like load the cannons and stuff, or do they just like auto load?
You have to load.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that you would kind of hope would be automatic that aren't, and a lot of things that aren't automatic that you understand that they're not. And like, I feel like there's enough realism to where it could be fun, but it's just like there's not enough variety in that game. It's just the same shit over and over again, and like it's fun until it's not. Yeah.
Did you guys see the trailer for The Witcher on Netflix?
Dude, that looks good.
It looks good.
It looks really good.
Some dumbass was like, it looks like one of those DC CW shows. I'm like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
It looks good.
One thing I saw was they were like, Netflix fucking up adaptations again, and it had like the Geralt on the horse from Netflix, but then it had like the Roach from the game on top of like a roof or something. It's like not enough Roach on roof.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll just have that scene with him in the hot tub. With his
yeah,
dangling out.
Yeah.
Man, so I will give this to Netflix. They have done the best recreation of a video game into another medium that I've ever seen with the Castlevania series.
Oh yeah,
possibly the best thing I've ever seen come from video game to a different medium.
Really?
Yeah.
I've
actually heard quite a bit of positive stuff about that.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's so well animated. The movement, the fighting, the dialogue, everything's really great with it. Like, because you have shit like Rampage. Fucking who cares? Why did that have to be a movie? Yeah. There's barely enough plot for the arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
Like, you have shit like that coming out, and it's just dookie trash can garbage stuff. But Castlevania was like pretty solid, and I'm excited to see if Netflix can maintain that.
Everyone wants their Game of Thrones now that Game of Thrones is done, because Netflix will have Witcher, Amazon's going to have Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So,
I might cough.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
No, I think
Quick,
I
Andy,
lost
let's
Bated
have a
breath.
conversation while Matt can cough.
Bated breath.
I
I'm
think I
waiting.
lost it.
Okay.
What if I cough? That help?
No, probably not. It's like a yawn. It's gonna start catching on.
Fuck.
Yeah. Also known as the flu.
Yeah. I have an updated list of playable Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 characters.
Isn't that out now? That's
It is
out. Yeah. Sweet.
There are some spoilers ahead, but to be honest, it's not.
Shut up.
It's just names. I've actually watched a little bit of it on some streams.
Yeah.
How's it look?
Looks good.
Does it? All right.
I'm not as dying for it as I was before, but I
You-
will definitely play it.
You know a game I don't have an opinion on yet, and I've seen quite a bit of it yet, is that Avengers game
Oh, yeah.
that Crystal Dynamics is making. The models are weird. The character models are weird.
You know, on one hand, I know that like they can't use everyone's face.
Yeah.
I mean, are they going to pay Chris Evans to come in to scan his face?
Yeah, I know.
On the other hand, I've been seeing that face as Captain America for like 11 years.
Everybody
and
knows.
It's hard
Yeah.
to be like, you're not Captain America. you
Meanwhile,
fucking
Spider-Man could
poser."
just be an amorphous blob who'd be like, yep, that's Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got it.
Okay, so here is the list. Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Crystal, Daredevil, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Drax, Elektra, Elsa Bloodstone, Falcon, Gamora, Ghost Rider, Groot / Rocket. They're actually one character. Rocket rides on Groot. Hawkeye, Hulk, Iron Fist, Iron Man, Loki, Luke Cage, Magneto, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Ms. Marvel, Nightcrawler.
Wait,
Psylocke,
Miles Morales and Spider-Man?
Miles Morales.
The
Spider-Man.
Miles Morales.
Miles Spider-Man. Okay, cool.
Invisible, shocky Spider-Man.
Miles Morales, Ms. Marvel, Nightcrawler, Psylocke, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Storm, Thanos, Thor, Venom, Wasp, Wolverine. Then there's some DLC that leaked.
Oh.
Free DLC.
Ghost Rider.
Free DLC here. I think you might be disappointed.
Oh,
no.
dang.
Free DLC. Black Bolt, Cyclops, Colossus, Medusa, Valkyrie, Vision.
Okay.
Paid DLC. Blade, Moon Knight, Morbius, Punisher.
Yeah, Blade.
I'll play as Moon Knight. I love that fucking guy.
As I say, in-game, non-playable ally characters that are likely to end up as free or paid DLC. Beast, Jessica Jones, Juggernaut, Mystique, Thane, and Winter Soldier.
All right. Damn. That is a...
I tried playing Moon Knight Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, and they didn't do it justice. He blew.
Yeah. He's probably one of my favorite.
Wasn't he just kind of a generic puncher?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
He's got more to him. You have to kind of do some digging.
Yeah, he's sort of like.
No,
Bat-
sorry. In the game, Moon
Oh,
Knight,
in
they
the
just
game.
made him like a generic puncher.
He had some punching, and what sucked is like a lot of people could fly, or Spider-Man could like zip around.
Zippity zoop.
And Moon Knight just kind of jumped and rolled, and you're like, all right.
Yeah. Moon Knight's sort of like Batman if Batman was okay with murdering people.
He had some sort of
Sweet.
like ranged like knife or whatever. I don't
His
know.
Moonerang.
Boomerang. Yeah. There's a great comic panel. I don't know where it came from, but it's just Moon Knight like walking into a dark place. He's like, "Where are you at, Dracula, you nerd?"
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yes,
I've seen that
Where's my
posted-
fucking money?
I've seen that posted to so many D&D subreddits because it's just like the perfect encapsulation of like how players treat like a well-crafted story by a DM. Where it's like, you're entering the fucking fortress of Dracula. It's like, what's up, Dracula, fucking little bag of bitch? Come on out!
I'm gonna find that.
I blast my air horn. Dracula's a bitch! Bitch!
So I've got the top 10 superhero video games by numbers sold.
All right.
Anyone guess number one?
Hold on.
Marvel Spider-Man.
Yep, there you go.
Nice.
That's why I'm doing the story, because it just passed number one.
Solid. Number 2 is Shrek the movie, the game.
Nope.
Damn it.
Hold on.
I don't know about you, but I don't consider Shrek a superhero.
Isn't it
He's more of an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Ultimate
Deadpool.
He's got that Deadpool humor, that twisted Red Bull Deadpool.
Ultimate Alliance?
No. Nope. Ultimate Alliance did not make the top 10.
I'm trying to think.
Marvel vs.
Oh,
Capcom.
it's the Arkhams.
But which one?
Arkham City.
Yep. There you go. Number 2.
And then Arkham
City.
Knight.
Arkham Knight's number 3.
Arkham Asylum.
Number 9.
Shit.
City is by far the best. Holy shit, City's good.
All right. So here's the list. We'll start at number 10. Injustice 2.
Okay.
Then Batman Arkham Asylum. Injustice Gods Among Us.
That was good.
Spider-Man the Movie 2.
That was probably my favorite Spider-Man. And
I've
it's
heard
the newest Spider-Man.
I've heard people like rave for that one, so
And then Spider-Man the Movie. Lego Marvel Superheroes. Lego Batman. Then Arkham Knight, Arkham City, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Dude, it was probably like the system limitations, but if they could have added the Batmobile to City, that game would have been an absolute masterpiece. But it totally was probably a limitation.
Yeah, one of my favorite things was Bruce Campbell's voicing of the tutorial in Spider-Man 2, the movie, the game.
Oh, sweet.
Just because, like, halfway through, he, like, goes to eat a sandwich while you're, like, trying to traverse an area, and then he comes back and he's just, like, chewing a sandwich, like, yeah, good job. Yeah, all right. Let's move on to the next area.
Bruce Campbell's a saint.
Yeah.
Did you guys buy any Gamer Girl bathwater?
And get herpes?
Oh, my God, I forgot. I
No.
pushed that to, like, the dark part of my brain.
I respect the hustle.
Yes.
They're not even
yes.
real gamers. I don't even taste the cartridges in it. So,
I mean, from a capitalistic aspect, that girl's smart.
Her Instagram was recently taken down.
oh, no.
Seems to be a targeted attack.
Oh, that's all the guys that bought bathwater and didn't get herpes.
There was one guy who actually did like a genetic testing on the bathwater and found no human DNA.
Yeah, because it was probably fucking faucet water.
Yeah, and then someone was like, "I'm going to take you to court," and it's like, I don't think people realize the time and money it costs to take someone to court, and
Yeah.
what are you going to get out of it? What
Satisfaction that.
satisfaction? I'm broke and I have to sell everything. I eat SpaghettiOs and I butt chug them.
I can't afford to fart in my hand and smell it as much as I want. Like, yeah. There was like I think it was some girl who was like really popular on Instagram or Twitter or the Facebase or the My Page or her live journal. But anyway, like she said that if she got like X amount of thumbs up or eggplant emojis or whatever,
Yeah.
she would like go on Pornhub and put on a video, and her video was just like her like
Standing around, hanging out.
yeah, just like chilling.
Isn't that the same chick? Because she was trolling a bunch of people.
I think so, yeah. And like a bunch of people just started like losing their shit on her. Like, oh my God, we were promised porn. Like, fucking nobody owes you anything. It didn't cost you any money to click a goddamn eggplant emoji button or whatever the fuck you had to do.
Costed me my desire.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got one more thing, and it is entertainment news.
Lights, camera, action. This is entertainment news.
Hold on.
Hold on.
What are we holding on for?
I hope it's where you're going. Let's go.
Okay.
There's
Well, thanks for stopping all the momentum.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing the podcast to a screeching halt.
I'm doing a handful.
Is it cats?
Because
No, it's not cats.
Oh,
The fuck would it be cats for?
because of that goddamn abomin. That thing was fucking scarier than the It trailer.
No, it's about Marvel
Oh, okay.
and all the shit they announced last night.
Oh man, 11 movies or 11 items or something.
yeah,
we
Yeah.
thought Disney was done making money off you nerds.
Yeah.
The first thing is Endgame has surpassed Avatar now.
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That's satisfying as fuck.
Yeah, that movie is weird because it was like the highest grossing, but also nobody's favorite movie.
Yeah. I have no idea why it was that high.
The only thing I remember being cool about Avatar was the 3D was actually good.
Yeah.
That was it.
It was a beautiful movie, but like if you ask anybody their top 50 favorite movies, Avatar's probably not
No.
going to be up there.
No.
So there's a couple things that we know are coming, but they didn't announce like a date for, which is like Guardians 3, Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2.
And Fantastic Four.
Yeah, well, that's one of the ones we didn't know was coming.
Let's see if they fuck it up again.
Nope. They can't, man.
They can't fuck it up worse, I guess.
So
I'm so pumped for a good Fantastic Four.
Those three were ones that we kind of knew were coming, but
I hope Chris Evans comes back to reprise his role as Human Torch. And he has the Human Torch now, and old Captain America.
And they didn't give those release dates. I mean, we know they're coming somewhere. Yeah. I don't know where the fuck they're going.
Probably all after.
A couple ones they didn't. God, really? After all this, and we get
After
Guardians
that
3?
phase, yeah.
Really?
Because he's got
like
it.
a long way to go.
He still has to do Suicide Squad too before Guardians 3.
Jesus Christ. Blade and Fantastic Four were also announced.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of things announced that actually have dates. Like the first one, Black Widow, May 1st, 2020. I gotta be honest, all the ones on Disney Plus, I'm really not interested. They don't seem that interesting. Like the first one is The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Disney Plus, fall 2020.
Great.
Cool.
Neat.
Yay.
Eternals, November 6, 2020.
I'm excited as shit for that one.
This one I'm super excited for. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, February 12th, 2021.
Because that's gonna have the actual Mandarin,
Time to see
right?
the real Mandarin.
Yeah, the real Mandarin.
Nice. So I think I just cracked it open while we were talking.
Mm-hmm.
I think Captain America went back in time, fucked some random lady who then eventually was the ancestor of Johnny Storm, who's who else but Chris Evans.
That's how they
There
get
you go.
it.
It all ties in.
Then the stupidest name ever, WandaVision, Disney Plus, spring 2021.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wanda and Vision, but they just called it WandaVision.
It was just like maybe a POV.
Yes.
just like
Nope.
Wanda.
Not at all. Just a stupid fucking name. Loki's coming out Disney Plus, spring 2021.
That's probably if I were to have to choose between all the Disney Plus shows, probably Loki.
Yeah.
And then this is a name I also don't like, but it's not as offensive as WandaVision. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
We're getting multiverse, bitches!
May
Here we
7,
go.
2021. They said this one will actually be, quote unquote, a scary
Yeah, it'll be like the first Marvel horror movie.
Yeah.
Man, I hope he just stumbles across Sherlock Holmes, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, and a dragon, also played by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Do actors play other roles?
What?
Do actors play other roles?
I mean, yeah, I really
As Chris
want.
Evans and maybe Benedict Cumberbatch, as you have explained with 5 different characters.
I just would really love Benedict Cumberbatch to just go through all of his filmography.
But yeah,
That's his horrifying multiverse.
I'm excited that they're doing multiverse.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
pumped.
What if Disney Plus summer 2021?
That one sounds intriguing
That
to
could be
me.
kind of interesting.
Yeah, there's been some pretty cool what if series, if the Iron Man suit if Iron Man was instead Captain America and stuff like that. It's a lot of interesting little crossovers between several heroes, which I like.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah. Hawkeye, Disney Plus, fall 2021.
Great.
I only want to see that for Kate Bishop, man.
Thor, Love and Thunder, November 5th, 2021. Natalie Portman returns
With female Thor.
as Thor,
Great.
which will be interesting.
I mean, I guess in the comics, Jane Foster becomes Thor, so.
She does. She gains the power of Thor.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily need more Natalie Portman in my life.
Show your fucking that, dude. Natalie Portman's my number 1 through 5.
Really? I
Yeah,
kind of
dude.
thought the same thing.
Natalie Portman's my
Natalie
girl.
Portman in Marvel Cinematic Universe again.
Cool.
I don't know.
Wait, you
I
thought
don't
the
know,
same
we'll see.
thing with me, or is it Andy?
You.
Okay, got it. Cool.
No.
It's you sounded less excited about Natalie Portman being your 1 through 5.
Yeah. What I'm not looking forward to is when that movie's about to be released and a bunch of people are going to be like, "Ooh, why is there a woman?"
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be
Captain Marvel.
all over again.
Yeah.
And then Rotten Tomatoes is going to have 30 negative reviews and the movie's not out for another month.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
So, my whole thing with Natalie Portman and Thor is a lot like my whole thing about, any human character in the Transformers movies, where they're just, there while stuff is happening and trying not to get crushed. I don't care. It's like if Stuart Little was an action movie. Who gives a shit?
Stuart!
Yeah. If Stuart Little was a spy, Agent Cody Banks meets Stuart Little, fucking who gives a shit?
I forgot about
I would
Agent
watch the
Cody
fuck out of
Banks.
that movie, though.
All right, guys, that will do it for this episode of 3 Hit Combo Podcast.
Because it's too hot to continue.
It's fucking hot.
I was gonna say it's moist in here,
A
boys.
lot of dude smell.
Yeah. Yep. Email us 3hitcombopodcast@gmail.com. We're on Twitter, twitter.com/3hitcombopc, Facebook 3 Hit Combo Podcast, YouTube 3 Hit Combo Podcast. So for Skyler and Andy, this is a sweaty Matt signing out.